What's up, guys? It's your boy TPP, and I'm back with that true crime talk live, baby. Let's go. Round two, guys. Round two. Round two. Good to see you guys here already. Right on. Right on. Before we jump into it, though, for everybody live and everybody catching the replay, smash that like, smash that share, and if you're new here, smash that subscribe. Right on, guys. Good to see everybody. Let me see who's in chat. Let me see who's all here. Let me do the rounds. Let me do the rounds before we get into it. All right. Let's see. Bees, good to see you. Good to see you cooking dinner, huh? Right on. Right on. Tashi, good to see you. Pat Gaines, good to see you again. Sassy7, good to see you again. Y'all coming back for the second half, huh? Coming back for the second half. Teresa M, good to see you again. All right, guys. All right. Cool. All right. So this live, we're going to just touch on like some current events. We're just going to do some small update, current event type stuff. There's a lot of different things I want to cover, right? But they're not worthy of like a full live stream at this point. There's not enough information on some of this stuff. Some of this stuff's just update on things that we were already kind of watching. So, and then some of this was sent to me by some of the subscribers. So I figured, hey, let's I'll go ahead and jump on for a second live and we'll just cover these updates. You know what I mean? It's a good reason to get together and talk anyways, right? So let's see. Yeah, let's see. What's the first one? So I'm not sure if you guys have heard about I think Carson actually covered this one about the alligator, right, out in Florida with the whole human torso and stuff. But there's an update on that. From Carson originally covering that. So I got the update on that. We're gonna cover that. Wyndham Wim sent me an article on a horrible unaliving by a 14-year-old. We're going to cover an abusive cop who illegally detained his ex. And what else? The last one, though, dude, the very last one. We're going to do this last because it's going to anger me. But Law and Crime, right? They did a video covering Maya's case. And the talking heads were basically in favor of defense. Like, claiming defense was, like, doing a good job. Like, yeah, we'll get into it, but we have to do that last because, like I said, it's going to irritate me to re-listen to it, but we got to. But this first one is that alligator situation out in Florida. Yeah, let's get updated on it. Share the tab. Hunches, good to see you. It looks like everybody's cooking and cleaning, but glad to have you guys here. Either way. All right, guys. One's in chat for everybody that's in chat that can hear this once it gets rolling.
After a graphic alligator attack in Largo, the daughter of the 41-year-old victim is...
Real quick, can you guys hear that? I just want to make sure before we progress. Anyone, just anybody. Throw one up there. Let me know if you can hear it. All right, cool. Pat Gaines, thank you. I see you, Pat Gaines. Thank you. All right, Huntress, I see you too. Let's keep rolling.
Speaking out. This tragic incident happened Friday evening on 134th Avenue North. That's near McKay Creek, where officials found parts of a body in an alligator's mouth. Fox 13 Jennifer Vegas is here tonight. Jennifer, you spoke with the daughter. What do we know about the victim?
Yeah, so we know that 23-year-old Brianna Doris now has to plan a funeral for her 41-year-old mother, Sabrina Peckham. Doris tells me her mom was living in a homeless camp in a wooded area nearby, but never expected to hear from Largo police on Friday that her mom died from an alligator attack. Every second.
Yo, man, that's so horrible. You're already like down on your luck. Whatever has her in that situation, and it's no good. You're homeless and you get eaten by a freaking alligator. Only in Florida, guys. Only in Florida, right? Only in Florida. Florida is, I don't know if you guys really stop and think about how much of true crime we get coming out of Florida. That place is wild, man. I tell you what.
I'm up every day
in the back of my head, I'm like, oh, she's gonna walk through the door. Like, this is all a nightmare, but it's not.
Tonight, Brianna Doris is at a loss for words, still processing how her mom, Sabrina Peckham, was killed just a few days ago here by a 14-foot alligator.
Knowing that's how she went.
That is a big alligator, guys. It is. So those pictures from above, the aerial shots, I mean, we could tell it was big, but that is no joke. The power in a 15-foot alligator, I mean, it'll literally shake you apart. It'll literally just shake you apart. It's insane.
It wasn't painless. It wasn't fast. It wasn't easy. She struggled.
Doris says Peckham was living in the woods
Damn.
nearby, but every morning and every evening, her mom would stop by to see her grandkids. When she didn't show up Thursday evening and Friday morning, Doris knew something wasn't right. Hours later, FWC and Largo PD received multiple calls from people spotting the alligator with a human body part in its mouth. Our Skyfox cameras capturing the scene at the creek, where tonight a makeshift memorial with flowers and balloons are posted. Doris says, despite Peckham's criminal history of trespassing and drug possession, she wants people to know how big her mother's heart was.
Selfless, 100% selfless. She was homeless herself, but it didn't matter. She'd give you the last.
Bro, what do you do, my lord? What do? You get a call from law enforcement telling you that your parent got ate by an alligator. That is insane. I was wondering, like, when this case first broke, and I saw it Carson covering over on her live, I was like wanting the details on it. They didn't really have much details, but dang, I was thinking they just said torso and stuff, so they didn't really identify or anything. But man, it was poor lady, my lord.
Piece of food on her plate. She would give you the shirt off of her back if she needed to.
Now, Peckham's official cause of death is still under investigation, but you can count on us to share.
Right? Like, you always have to think about that, Pat Gaines. That's funny that you say that, because I mean, it is Florida, right? And we all know what criminals do down there in Florida to get rid of things. Gators are definitely on the list, so that's interesting. I didn't think about that. Honestly, I just thought maybe it was just a horrible accident or whatever. Or that maybe she was walking in the dark, got too close to the water. But coming from the homeless encampment, she could have easily had a situation with some substances and passed, and they, you know what I mean. You guys know what I mean. All right, what else you guys saying in chat? Hey, Win to Win, good to see you. This is why you can't eat alligator. Yo, man, it sucks too, because I'm like sitting here watching. First time I watched this on Carson's, right? Like when she first aired this, I was like, man, that really sucks, because I like black and alligator. Now I don't know. I'm like, damn, where'd you get your alligator at? Was it like farm raised, or is this wild caught? Because it is wild caught from Florida. There's a good chance there's a human or two in there. I'm just saying. Let's see. Yeah, that's. Yep. I agree with that statement. Criminal. Yo, alligator's good. I don't know what you're talking about. When I went to New Orleans, that's the first time I had it. And I had black and gator at my buddy's parents' restaurant. And it was out of this world. But everything there was out of this world. All the food in New Orleans was freaking amazing. Yeah, you would think, right? You would think that they'll probably do toxicology and stuff. And I mean, but it's like, what can you examine? Because those gators do so much damage that, like, if she wasn't alive, like physically, not by a substance, then you'd be looking for, injuries, this, that, and the third. And it'd be hard to dictate what would be the alligator or what would be some human attacking them. But definitely be interested to see what the autopsy says. Definitely.
Share the results from the medical examiner's office once they are released. Lloyd.
Fox 15's Jennifer Veglas reporting for us.
Okay, so she said they're going to have the reports as soon as they're released. I'll definitely be looking for that, because I'm interested to see if it was like an OD situation or somebody unalived her and then, did the thing. But yeah, man, that was a crazy one. So I saw the update on this when I was, perusing the updates and stuff after our last live, and I was like, you know what, we'll throw that on the list to cover. See, I know a lot of you had to see that in Carson's chat or Carson's live the other night, so I figured you guys would enjoy it, a little update on it. But let's get to our next one. This is one that Wind and Wind sent me. Yeah, it's a trigger warning on this one. You know what I mean? Anytime you got some youngins killing family members, it's all bad. But let me see what y'all say in the chat before we jump into this one. Too chewy low. I honestly, Teresa M, maybe because I had it at like a really nice restaurant, it wasn't chewy. It was hard to describe the texture. It's somewhere around like chicken, but like I don't know. It's not, but it was good. Let's see. Yeah, they have to. They have to open up quick with the reptiles because those. You're correct. The stomach acids and reptiles, they be fast acting. Big crocs, big gators, big pythons, man, they start dissolving stuff quick, especially in a hotter climate. It's quick. Well, yeah, but see, if she did have it in her system with the reptiles, they don't react the same way to drugs as humans do. And then just depending on the dosage and stuff, it might have been enough to hurt a human, unalive a human, but not enough to hurt the alligator. And then depending on how much the alligator would have consumed, how long it had parts of the human in it before they got to the alligator, you know what I mean? Let's see. All right, guys, I'm caught up in chat. Thank you, Bees. Yeah, if you guys can, smash that like, smash that share, let them know we're kicking it, get some people over here. I think we made somebody mad on the last live because we were at 25 when I started the live, and then when we got done, we were at 24, so I think we pissed somebody off. I don't know why. I thought we had a really great live. I thought the last live was like really good. I thought we got like into some good stuff, but it is what it is. It is what it is. All right, guys, let's go ahead and jump into this one. Like I said, Wind and Wind sent me this one. Thank you, ma'am. Appreciate it. I didn't know about this one, so this is what I can pull up on it, and if we get any updates on it, we'll do updates later on.
8 on your sides, Lenny, Sue, Paul, live at the scene tonight.
One's in chat, if you guys can hear this. One's in chat, please. Thank you, thank you.
With what we're learning about this tragedy tonight, Lenny.
Good evening, Jack. Linmore Drive blocked off by police tape as neighbors look on. They're horrified by what happened and processing their new reality that their community is the center of a crime scene. And at the same time, there's no explanation.
All right, I'm seeing you guys in chat. Thank you for the ones. Pat Gaines, Teresa M, thank you, thank you. But yeah, before I get started though, don't you guys think that our last live was lit? I thought the Delphi live we just did earlier was really good. I felt like we had a lot of good conversation going, a lot of good like points being made, like a lot of good questions being asked. I thought it was really good. I honestly thought after that one we would have more subscribers. It's like, man, this was a really good one. Like we got into the meats, the juice, and damn, we lost somebody. It is what it is. It is what it is, I guess. I know you can't please everybody, but you know how it is. You know what kind of guy I am already. You already know what kind of guy I am. I'm not like a people pleaser, but I'm definitely a polite person, and I just want everybody to have a good time in here. You know what I mean? Get some value from it all. But yeah, if you didn't like that last live and you wanted to bounce after that last live, man, you done bumped your head. That, in my opinion, our last live, even though we didn't have a massive amount of people in the room, the conversations that were going, the questions that were being asked, points that were being made, that's what true crime's all about. And if you're going to be a true crime streamer, you know what I mean? Stream this whole true crime content. That type of chat is what you want. That is literally what you're looking for. You want everybody to be engaging the way that we were on the last live. I was really happy about it. I don't know about you all. I had a good time. The video keeps dragging on your end. It's playing good for me. I don't know about everybody else. It might be your service right now. All right, guys. I think I'm all right. I'm caught up in chat, guys. Let's go ahead and finish. Let's get into this one. It's not a very long video. But it's kind of wild.
To justify the unimaginable pain that the family feels tonight. A mother killed by her 14-year-old son, their lives shattered by gun violence. This Summerfield neighborhood in Riverview rattled tonight to see the aftermath of a domestic violence situation turn deadly.
Back row Becky, good to see you. It was great. Don't worry about the numbers. Keep it up. Thank you, Miss Becky. I appreciate you. You're right. You guys are right. I don't need to be tripping on it, but I just wanted to get your guys' opinion. I thought it was really great live.
This family's lives have been changed forever. They lost a mother. This mother's life is over. And when I tell you that this is one of nightmares.
Around 4 o'clock this afternoon, the 911 call center flooded with emergency calls after seeing a man running through the neighborhood with several gunshot wounds. Then another man was outside waving a gun. When Hillsborough County Sheriff...
What do you guys do in that situation? You're in your neighborhood, you're hearing gunshots, and all of a sudden you're seeing a neighbor running, bullet holes all plugged in him, and then another guy with a gun. Like, what do you do? What are you doing in that situation? And Grant, like, what do you do? I don't know what I would do. I'll be honest with you. I'd be like, holy sh. Or, I mean, really, like, what do you do? I'll be trying to help the dude. I guess it really comes down to the legality and the laws there. If it's like stand your ground or any of that. I don't know the legalities there in Hillsborough County. But I would definitely help if I could. But okay, so it's Tampa, right? So that's Florida. That's stand your ground. So I'd definitely bust a strap out and be helping the dude. But that'd be wild, man. Only in Florida, dude. Like I said, I just said it. All these crazy true crime stories be coming out of Florida all the time, like on a daily. Thank you, Miss Sassy. Thank you all for the reassurance on that live. I thought it was good. But, you know, when you lose regardless if it's one or more subscribers, you start tripping. You're like, dang, did I do something wrong? That would probably be the best way to do it, Win. I guess that would be the best way. See, I go into Rambo mode. I'm going to take this full out. But you're probably smarter. That's probably a smarter decision. Get them inside, lock up, call 911. Yo, that's pretty convenient. That's pretty dang convenient, criminal med. BM, good to see you. Appreciate you so much. All right, we caught up the chat, guys. Let's keep listening to this wild story.
Deputies arrived. They found the suspect was only 14 years old. That's when he threatened to take his life. Deputies also discovered a woman's body laid out in the driveway of their home.
What do you guys think this situation is going to come down to? Do you think it's going to be like mental health instabilities, or just a demon of a child? What do you guys think it is? You know what I mean? Because it's usually one or the other, right? It's usually like either some type of mental health break or it's just some kid on demon time. And then in Florida, a lot of them children be on demon time in Florida. Right, Sassy? Me too. I do the same thing. I'm all talking about getting the gun and helping. Crazy. I'm crazy. Let's keep going.
Home, found dead from a gunshot wound.
I can't ever imagine any dispute over anything being that important that you would murder your own mother. This is heartbreaking. Our suspect is only 14 years of age. This 14-year-old young boy's life is over too. He will never see the outside of a detention facility.
And he shouldn't see the outside of a detention facility. Look, man. Look. I'm just saying, man. Like, yeah, he's young. But, like, you literally have it in you to take a firearm and unalive your parent. I don't think you should be free. I don't think there's any rehabbing that. I think that is definitely a demon inside. Like, that's a soul issue. And I don't think that's fixable. Just my opinion. You know, everybody's entitled to it. But, yo, this all bad. Jealousy, maybe. That possibility. Yeah, well, the way that this gentleman's talking, it sounds like they're gonna hit him with everything they can hit him with. Definitely, he definitely deserves it. Definitely. All right, let's finish listening to this.
And we understand from a family member that it all started from an argument that escalated, turning violent and deadly. At this time, detectives combing through the scene looking for any evidence, and deputies, they'll stay out here throughout the night. Reporting live in Riverview tonight, Lenny Sue Paul, 8 on your side.
Such a tragic story, Lenny. Thank you. The Hillsborough County Sheriff's Office also cracking down tonight on dangerous street racing like this.
Yo, that stuff's going on everywhere. Them kids be street racing everywhere. We have it happen here in my town, everywhere. Man, they don't even do it smart like we used to back in the day. We used to take way out the back and cuts. We used to do it all safe as we could possibly do it. These kids nowadays, man, they just be out there wilding, spinning cars and stuff. But I digress. A little bit off topic. But man, guys, I'm gonna have to stay on top of this situation with this 14-year-old. I wanna know what it was over. Like, I really want to know what the situation and his mental state of mind is. Like, are we dealing with the kid with, like, that ain't all there already? Or is this kid just one of those entitled ass, spoiled American kids on demon time that is probably inundated with the culture there in Florida? It is not a very good culture. Yeah. I mean, that's just speculation on my end, though. But I want to know more about it. It's definitely one of those ones that we got to stay caught up on. Let me catch up on chat one time before we jump into the other video, guys. Let's see what y'all are saying. Maybe they took his phone. Honestly, with these kids nowadays, it doesn't take much for them to snap. That's the scary part is that could literally be it. Let's see what else we got. Oh my Lord, Miss Sassy. That's a crazy story. That's crazy. Only a sassy lady like you could pull that off, though. Too sassy even for the damn fire. Kathy Blanks. It's all right. It's all right if you're late. It's good to have you here. Better late than never. I always say that. Rather have you guys here a little bit than not at all. Plus, I know like most of y'all are going to go watch the replay anyways to catch up on what you missed. Most definitely. All right, guys, we caught back up on that. Let's go ahead and jump over to this next. This one's crazy. And I had saw this already and didn't think of pulling it up. I don't know why. It was earlier this morning or earlier today. But Wind and Wim sent me this one as well. So we're going to cover this one because you know how I am. I love to cover stuff that you guys send me. So we're going to cover this one. You guys, this case is insane. It's another one of those crazy ass cases. And this is one of those ones where you start thinking, well, damn, corruption could be real if you have a lot of police officers like this. But let's jump into this video. I mean, the title, right, says it all. Cop allegedly framed ex-girlfriend as crazy and committed her to 72-hour hold at a psych ward. Yes. Yes. Teresa, did I say hi? Did I miss you? I don't know if I said hi or not, but hi. Just making sure I got you. All right, guys. Give me those ones in chat. Once we get rolling, let me know you guys can hear me.
I don't need help. A Pennsylvania state.
And trigger warning, too, because this is, man, I'll tell you what. Trigger warning, because I'm going to say that anytime where I want to reach the screen and throat punch somebody, I'm going to have to give you a trigger warning. So trigger warning on this. This gentleman in this video, he needs a little something. Okay. Yo, married with kids too, man. Thanks again, Win, for sending this. Something else for us to cover, but definitely worth covering. But let's get into it, guys. Let's get into it.
A trooper now faces a slew of charges after he.
Ty, good to see you. Good to see you.
allegedly committed his ex-girlfriend to a mental institution knowing she didn't need help. The woman spent 4 days against her will in the treatment center.
I didn't do anything wrong. I didn't do anything. I didn't do anything.
Now, 37-year-old Ronald Davis, a veteran Pennsylvania state trooper.
I don't like this dude's face, man, right out the gate. I'm going to tell you this right now. I don't like his face. I don't like his face at all. At all. I don't like how he was handling that woman. I don't like this guy. I don't like this guy at all. I hope those inmates, you know what I mean? I hope them inmates, you guys know what I mean, right? You guys know what I mean. I don't like it. Tennessee sweetheart, good to see you, ma'am. You missed a notification? Well, we already covered 2 video clips of some current events that you missed. But you always go back and get that replay in. But it's good to have you here. Better late than never, most definitely. Miss Sassy, so you were on the news for that? I mean, I would assume if I was a reporter, I would definitely be getting your story with your crazy self running up in there like that. That's a no-brainer. I would definitely have you 9 o'clock news telling your story. Yeah. I mean, you were there at the right time. At the right time. Let's see what else y'all saying. All right. You're shopping, Tennessee? Well, I hope you're enjoying your time shopping. All right, guys, let's continue with this guy whose face I don't like.
Faces multiple charges, including felony strangulation, unlawful restraint, and false imprisonment.
37 years of my life, this has never happened to me. Ever. 4 months after meeting you, I get tackled. That's real disgrace.
According to court documents, Davis had been seeing Michelle Perpinov for about 4 months before the incident. Officials note he's married and has a family with someone else.
What
But
the? That's what you meant, when? That's what you meant? I thought you meant he was like married to her, had a family. What the hell? Ex-girlfriend. Of course he wasn't married to her. Duh. Okay. What? Bro, what? Yo, so he's got a freaking family and kids, and now he's on video doing this to this lady. For one, he's a douche. He's a piece of shit. You know what I mean? 100%. But 2, his poor kids. His poor kids. Like, where's your dad at? Oh, he's locked up. For what? Well, it kind of made the news. It's kind of viral. I mean, even YouTubers covered it on True Crime. Yeah. He pretty much, abducted a lady against the law and had her committed. Like, what the hell? Could you imagine that your dad did that stuff? Bro, you imagine if that was your dad, straight up on video, right? With doing that nonsense. Holy Lord. Those poor children. I would be so embarrassed. I would be so embarrassed. Let's see what else I missed in chat. Yeah, he's got an evil face indeed. I want to punch him in his evil face. He was living in an RV in his driveway. What a winner. What an absolute winner. Zircon, good to see you. Hey, everybody a little crazy every once in a while. Yeah. Yeah, I agree with you, Kathy. I agree with you. I mean, really, dude, like, I couldn't imagine either. Like, if my dad got caught doing something like that, I mean, my dad's a good dude, so obviously I don't have to worry about that. But man, I couldn't imagine. The rest of your life, you're going to be known as having that dad that did this. It's horrible. All right, let's keep going, guys.
Between Davis and Perpinov broke out in Dauphin County, Pennsylvania, about 2 hours northwest of Philadelphia.
Dude, what's up
with
Pennsylvania and Florida? Pennsylvania and Florida right now. Like, what's going on?
Later tell police that, quote, during the course of their relationship, that Davis made statements threatening to paint her as crazy.
TLC is me. Good to see you, ma'am. Good to see you.
This included, I know you're not crazy, I'll paint you as crazy, and I know the law. The argument continued into August 20th and 21st, when Davis first alleged Perfanov was mentally unstable. Court documents show that while off duty, Davis reported Perfanov was suicidal. He submitted texts to the Dauphin County Crisis Intervention that he said were problematic, including, quote, "My mental health doesn't matter. I'm a useless, old, stupid, uneducated piece of explicative. If this is where I'm supposed to die, then so be it. And I think I'm going to drive off a cliff." Davis used these texts as part of an involuntary mental health commitment, meaning Perfanov would be committed to an institution against her will for her safety. Court documents note Davis used his work email to submit this information. When officials were dispatched to conduct a welfare check on Perfanov, Davis allegedly said, quote, "I'll take care of it myself."
What the hell? Like, abuse of power much? Narcissist much? Holy sh! Horrible. Absolutely horrible.
What is wrong with you? I don't need help. You need to get away from you. No. This isn't normal. I don't care what
No,
anybody
it's
says.
not normal.
Can I please stand up? Okay. I'm not going to any jail. I didn't do anything wrong. I'm not going anywhere. Absolutely not. Absolutely not.
This disturbing video was recorded after Davis was approved with the commitment form. He can be seen holding down Perfanov as she repeatedly asks what she did wrong. Court documents show the video was recorded by Carrie Teeter, who Davis had enlisted for help.
What is wrong with you?
This is insane.
Would you? I thought. Okay. Please let me go. You just called the cops on me. You're a cop. You're a what the is wrong with you?
Yo, this is wild, man. What kind of drugs do you think they're all on? Come on, guys. Come on. This has to be, right? Has to be. This can't be just two people that are sober in a horrible relationship, right? This has to have, this is either alcohol or drugs. One of the two is involved in this. Has to be.
I've lived all over the world, and not one time has anyone ever come up, tackled me, attacked me, and called the cops on me for existing in the woods. Never. Ever.
Court documents state, quote, "Davis grabbed Perfanov and forcefully carried her from the picnic area to her vehicle. Both Davis and Perfanov ended up on the ground."
That's kidnapping. That's abduction. Bro, you're tripping. Absolutely tripping. Do I think she'd get retribution? I don't know. It doesn't look like she'd be the type to have legal representation, so I don't know exactly how far she could press for retribution. But them boys in the, the county or the prison that he's in care about that he's in there and that he's law enforcement and that he did what he did. There might be a couple old boys that, they might want to teach him a lesson or two. That's probably about the best we can wish for on that one. I know that's probably not proper to do, but I mean, that dude deserves a good ass whooping. Let's just be honest, guys. Let's just be honest. And no bees, I'm not putting any money in the jar. I know you're cooking right now, and I know you heard that. But I ain't putting no money in the jar, all right? Okay, so yeah, she definitely can, but hopefully she'll have the means to do it. All right, guys, let's continue with this craziness.
All because the consequences of your actions, you don't like the truth. That's not, people like you shouldn't have any form of power.
I agree with her.
But if you want to
100%. Yo, I agree with her right there. So people like you shouldn't have power. Like 100% agree with her. She's on point right there. But it's like, man, she should have saw the red flags with this dude, right? She's like 4 months and like, I'm being treated in ways I've never been treated before. there had to have been some red flags up to this point, right? Like to get away from this dude. I don't know. It just seemed like a bad situation. It looked like you got a narcissistic cop tripping on power or other substances, and she's talking about living in the woods. So I don't think she's probably living her best life at the moment. It just seems like a really bad situation. But either way, he ain't got no right to be doing this. I don't like this. Man, watching this type of stuff happen to women really, I don't like it. It really messes with me.
And you call the cops on me for what? For what?
I'll tell you what, though, if that was my mom, I don't know if she's in the chat right now, but if that was my mom, she'd be swinging. That woman don't play. She'd fight that man. And she like, what, mom, you like 5'2" or 3 or something like that? All fire. 100% fire. Let's see what y'all are saying. Right? Zircon takes money to make money, even in business or legal. Takes money to make the money. All right, let's keep going, guys.
Oh, because I'm around a sociopath. Says you can do whatever you want. Women are objects.
She's pretty smart. She's pretty smart.
I'd be happy to tell them that.
She's pretty damn smart. Now, she would have been a lot smarter if she would have saw the red flags and got the hell out. But she sounds pretty smart. She seems like she's got a peg pretty well.
You're insane.
Yeah, Zircon. Exactly. That's what I'm saying. Yo, if this dude had my mom like that, dude, my mom's hands are free. Dude, Yo, I've heard stories too. My dad told me stories. I'm just saying. I ain't gonna out your mom. Don't worry. We'll tell those on members only.
You're absolutely insane. You're insane. Like, and then you pay me to look insane as I'm sitting on the ground with my head slammed into this and that by a cop. You called the cops on me. Do you realize how insane you are? Can you please get off of me? You can't just walk up to someone and attack them and then call the cops on them and say you're gonna that's not okay. Get off of me. You just called the cops on me for existing. What the is wrong with you? Like, I don't understand what I was thinking.
God, I want her to hit him so bad. I know it's not right, but dude, I'm gonna stop. I'm gonna stop.
Alleges Davis is restraining her because she disagreed with him.
What the fuck are you doing? I don't need help. I just need to get away from you. That's the problem. I mean, I don't know why you don't like when the truth, I just tell it back to you. Like, I don't know why you don't like that. But this is unacceptable behavior. Totally unacceptable. What the fuck? Like, come on, dude. What is wrong with you? Who does that? You don't give a shit about anything except yourself. And if this is caring, you have a very delusional way of expressing it.
She's very articulate for what she's going through at the moment. She's very articulate. I'm gonna have to give her that. She's using vocabulary most people in that situation ain't using. You know what I mean? Most people in that situation would be dropping mad F-bombs, this, that, nothing but curse word linked after curse word. But she's holding the vocab together pretty well. I have to give it to her.
Get off of me. I didn't do anything.
But I still want her to just punch that dude.
Anything wrong except disagree with you.
Court docs also read in part, quote, throughout viewing the footage, Perfanov appears to genuinely lack understanding on why she's being restrained. Throughout the video, Perfanov can be heard saying she didn't do anything wrong.
What did I do? Please stop.
Win, why did you send me this, woman? Why did you send me this? This is not like I want to punch a dude right now. I legit want to punch a dude. I can't stand this type of stuff. Oh my goodness. I really hope an inmate lights that full up. I really do. I know I shouldn't say it, but I'm going to say it. I don't care. Man. Look like most of the ladies in chat, y'all would have been fighting back for sure. That's our wonderful. Oh, I won't mess none of the ladies in this chat, yo. I ain't mess with none of them. Oh, you had to share the anger with me, Gwen, huh? You had to share the anger with me, huh? You're like, well, I'm pissed off and upset. TPP needs to be pissed off and upset too. Hey, cover this, buddy. Yo, eye pokes for the win. Eye poke. Oh, whoa, man. I'll tell you what.
Get me into like a tree like a human being, please. Can you do that? Can I stand here and put my things together? You can watch me all you want. You can watch me all you want. That's not fair. And I didn't do anything wrong to get away from you. I don't understand.
Dude,
I
don't.
can't relax. You just called the cops on me.
Bro, that shit makes me so mad right now. You guys, that type of restraint right there, what that does to your shoulders, dude, that shit hurts. Like literally, I don't know how familiar you guys with like, martial arts and all that stuff, but jiu-jitsu is what I'm trained in, right? Blue belt, all that I've competed. So jiu-jitsu is all about body manipulation, joint locks, strangulations, all that. It's not striking. It's literally submissions. It's body control. And I'll tell you right now, the way that he has her positioned like that can cause long-term damage to your rotator cuffs. Like he could damage her. The pain she's in right now is ridiculous. So she's in this state of shock, like can't even understand what the hell is happening. It has this man kidnapping her essentially and inflicting massive amount of pain on her. Oh my Lord, I do. This dude needs his ass whooped. Sorry guys, bees don't care about the swear jar. This dude needs an ass whooping, 100%. Let me see what you guys are saying in chat. Apologize, guys. Apologize. Get a little like that sometimes. Yo, check this out, Zircon. Check this out. I put money on it. Literally 2 minutes or less. I'll snap both arms. No problem. Dudes like this are a joke. Big old fat, overweight, out of shape, freaking slob. I'd gas that dude in the first 30 seconds and then just treat him like I can't stand that. I'm sorry, guys. I'm sorry. It's just, if you're over here and we covered stuff like this, just go ahead and accept that I'm probably going to act like this. I can't help it. I had a single mom. I had sisters, and I got baby girls, right? So it is what it is. And that's sick too, right? So it was a female filming him do this to a female, right? That's what I did recall, right? It was a female he brought with him. Yo, screw this, man. No, I can feel her pain too, because I've literally been put in that position before. I've had my joints manipulated. Like, that's why I know this shit is no joke. And like, just like that, you could tear ligaments and like do insane permanent damage where it's never going to be the same. And especially if she's not in good condition, when you're not in healthy, good condition, when you tear things, dude, forget about it healing. Like in any type of quick time or 100% at all. Let's see what else y'all are saying. Yeah, she is tiny. But you know what, too? Like training jiu-jitsu, I know women her size, straight up, I'm not even playing. I know women her size that could whip that man. That could like literally strangle that man to death. So I'm really big on women learning. If you're going to do any self-defense, don't waste your time. Literally go learn jiu-jitsu for at least 6 to 9 months. At least that'll make you proficient at a level you wouldn't even understand. And then go take some like Krav Maga, learn how to punch people in their freaking throat, stab them in the eyeball and stuff. Just saying, ladies. Just saying. All right, guys, let's proceed. I caught up in chat. Let's proceed.
For existing, I didn't like your group. Jesus, dude. Come on. What the fuck? What? Why are you treating me like I'm a criminal?
And he's struggling. Yo, and he's struggling with her. He's a big ass man. supposed to be law enforcement, so you should actually get trained in grappling, right? How to control somebody's body. And his fat slob, out of shape butt is over there struggling with this little girl. Man, I do. I hope this dude gets smoked in the pen. I hope he does.
I just want to be able to stand. This isn't fair. I didn't.
Hey, Bees, I knew you'd give up on that jar after a while. You can't hold your boy back, man. You can't be putting no limitations on me. Plus, I don't say that many bad words anyways. Come on.
Do anything wrong. I didn't do. Why are you taking me?
After that, Davis can be heard asking for law enforcement to hurry up.
Okay, tell them to step it up. She is fighting me and assaulting
I don't
me.
know why.
Tell them to hurry up.
Oh, that dude is full of shit. Jiu-jitsu. You were close. You were really close on spelling that, actually. But I implore all you ladies that are actually looking into doing self-defense, I implore you, like legit, 6 months of jiu-jitsu. At 6 months of jiu-jitsu, you go at least maybe 2-3 times a week. In 6 months, you will be so proficient in defending yourself. I can't even explain it to you. It's so like, okay, it's a little bit different, right? This is in guy context. My son's training at 12, 13, right? And he's, after a year of us training, he was handling men that would come in, men in their 20s, 30s that would come in with no training. And my son at 13 would handle these men. So I implore women to check that out, like good 6 months of it at least. You might fall in love with it. It might be part of your life after that, because a lot of good people train. You tend to find a lot of smart people training jiu-jitsu. It's not like brood alpha male types. And there's a lot of women that train it too. And they're usually really welcoming. My jiu-jitsu, the school that I train in when I get to train and compete, I mean, I still consider those people family. Let's see what all you all saying. Let's see what else you're saying. Sorry, guys. Sorry, I'm trying to catch up. All right, we caught up. Let's go ahead and jump back on this video.
Didn't do anything. I didn't do anything wrong.
Down.
I didn't do anything wrong. I didn't do anything wrong.
Oh my Lord, guys, that shit is killing me. I seriously hope this dude gets his ass whooped. Oh, I can't stand this.
I didn't do anything wrong. I didn't do anything wrong. You can't take me against my will. I didn't do anything wrong.
As the video continues, Perfanov again says she didn't do anything wrong except leave Davis.
You can't make up that I assaulted you. I just didn't agree with the truth. I didn't do anything wrong.
Yo, so his mistress pretty much wants to leave him and he can't handle it. That's basically the gist of this? It's like, a lot of people say a lot of crazy stuff, right? When they're going through emotional, torment, like she probably was with this narcissist. So a lot of times, you might say some crazy shit, like you're going to do something crazy. Unless you're acting on it, like, words are words. Like this dude you can tell he's got a control issue, most definitely a narcissist. And what she said about being a sociopath, she's probably right about that too.
I didn't do anything wrong. I just left. Like, I don't understand.
Perfanov later told law enforcement that Davis acted erratically during their relationship by shutting off the power to the camper where she lives and locking sheds to prevent her from getting her personal belongings.
I don't.
Yo, he just wanted to freaking keep her there to control her and just like torment her and make her freaking miserable. Oh, I mean, guys, man, people like this make me wish we were back in the olden days, you know what I mean? When families just kind of handled stuff like that, and the problem disappeared. If you know what I mean, I'm just saying. I'm not promoting violence or anything. I'm just saying, kind of make you miss the old days.
don't understand. Please stop. Please stop so I can get the hair out of my face. That would be really nice. Please.
Yo, I'm sorry, Bees, that you had that experience. Look, man, I ain't gonna lie. I've had some bad experiences too with law enforcement. I still support them and everything. And I got family that's law enforcement, but it's like, I've definitely had some situations. I'll be honest with you too. It's like, I got some family members that they kind of, they kind of make it to where when I get pulled over here, for like the simplest thing, whether it's, speeding or checking the registration or got a light out, they approach my car with caution. I'm just going to say they treat me in a way that I shouldn't be treated. There's no reason to treat me that way just because I got the same last name as some other criminals. I'm just saying, man, I don't know. And then I've been profiled on the way to work because I work super early. And it's like, oh, what are you doing out this early? Going to work, bro? Why are you pulling me over for no damn reason, approaching my car with your bad ego? I don't know. So I feel you. It happens. Ego trips. Ego trip bad. But this dude's like ego trip, narcissist, control freak, piece of dog. I'm sorry. Apologize. Let's continue.
What? Can I just get the hair out of my face? Can I stand here? Can I just stand and get my arms back?
As the video continues, Pervanov can be heard saying she can't breathe.
Jesus Christ. What the fuck? Oh, what did I do? What did I do? What did I do?
Tay, that's a conversation. That is a conversation to be had. Man, that right there does like, so every once in a while, one of you guys drop a comment. One of you guys drop a comment, and it's not meant for this channel, the conversation, but it makes me really want to have a second channel where I talk about other things besides true crime. Because that comment you just made, I could really get into that. We could get into a deep social talk on that one. Like I could tell you why men aren't like that anymore. I could tell you why. Like, you ain't lying. There ain't enough men around anymore. That is for damn sure. And then the fact that a lady was like literally filming this happen, like that shit is insane. What happened to women power, right? Standing together and all that. She just in the recording this stuff. Yo, Criminal Matt, I like your strategy. Smart lady right there. Smart lady. What else y'all saying? I'm trying to catch up again, guys. Yeah, there's good and bad in every group for sure. That's why I try not to like blanket hate everybody, Like there's good and bad in every group. And not only, obviously, then, I got family that's law enforcement, family that's been, in corrections and stuff. So I know there are good people and there are bad people. I'll say bro to a cop. I don't deal with that. No, I'm just playing. Why you gotta call me out like that, Huntress? Of course I said sir. Of course it was early in the morning. I didn't want a damn ticket. I just wanted to get to work. Of course I said sir. I didn't say bro. You happy now? You just had to call me out. Man, good to see you, sir. Welcome to the party. All right. Almost caught up, guys. I'm almost caught up. Let's see. Yes, that's how I roll, Zircon. Right? I want her to scream, but you can tell her voice is shot. She can't even scream no more. All right, guys. I think I'm finally caught up. All right, let's continue with this video so I can get more pissed off.
Happy called them. I don't even lie either. I didn't agree with the truth. Am I in the car?
Yo, Criminal Matt, I like that. Got some Italian uncles, eh? From Chicago. Them boys is wild in Chicago. They're more wild in Chicago than they were in New York. I know. Your boy does his history. I know my history with that area.
Why? I didn't do anything. What the? I didn't do anything wrong. You're around my stomach again.
I'm not even touching you.
I'm not even touching. Are you serious right now? He just said that. I'm not even touching you. I quit. Just playing. I'm back. Are you serious though? He just said I'm not touching you. Are you? What constitutes touching her then, my guy? What constitutes touching her? What the? Oh my Lord, this dude is a dumbass. Oh my God! Not only is he a piece of guy, like just everything a man shouldn't be, he's a dumbass as well. He doesn't know what he doesn't know what touching is. What the fuck? Yo, you can't make this shit up, guys. This is crazy. This is nuts. My Lord. Yes, you're probably right. It's probably his new mistress, right? Hey, I'm the same way, Huntress. I'm yes, sir, yes, ma'am. Unless you ask me not to call you ma'am, then I'll call you miss. Or if you ask me not to call you sir, some blue collar guys don't like to be called sir. So, I adjust accordingly, but I try to address everybody with respect. Yeah, that's probably what he's trying to do. He is trying to press her into acting more, aggressive. That way it could be caught on film, right? And he could use that in his case against her when he's not even on duty. He has no jurisdiction in this type of situation. He's massive overreach of power right here. Massive. You miss Chicago? I've never been to Chicago. Never been. All right. I'm almost caught up, guys. Almost caught up. Miss Sassy, you love the passion? Some people call it crazy. I'll take passion, though. I like passion. Passion sounds better than crazy. I appreciate you. There's Carson. Good to see you, Carson. Good to see you. I'm not sure if you if you're just popping in right now, Carson, but I had to update on that Gator story you covered the other night. There's an update on it, and I covered that at the beginning of this live if you want to check it out, or if you want to look it up for your next live. Pretty interesting, though. Some new information on it. I know, Sassy, that boy is not in shape, man. He is not in shape. That's why I suspect he's either probably a drinker or a toker. Definitely a narcissistic piece of, God, criminal med, dude. This is one smart lady right here. Yo, you be saying some stuff that people should be paying attention. Yo, for sure. Oh, that's so smart. Be friendly with the LE neighbors, bringing them gifts, keep the big dog. Yo, my Lord, Tennessee. I'm sorry that you had to go through that, Tennessee. Yo, I mean, I went through a little something, I talked about it on a video, but I mean, it is nothing compared to some of the stories I've heard you women tell. That shit breaks my heart. I'll be honest with y'all. Make me want to go out and like throat punch every one of these dudes you guys talk about. Yeah, I mean, for smart and I have my shit together, right? But even though that being said, it's hard for me to not go into that guy mode and want to freaking, you know what I mean, make bad judgments. Some dudes just need it though, man. Some dudes need to get throat punched. I'm just saying.
Your doctor should.
Okay. Give me 1 second, guys. I'll be right back, guys. I'll be right.
Okay. All right.
For more than 10 minutes, Perpinov fights back, saying she is not in the wrong.
You cannot take me against my will for a domestic dispute. That's not even in her handbook. Like, I don't get it. I don't understand what you tried to paint of me. I don't know what happened. I don't know. What is wrong with you? I don't know what, like, what's gonna happen here? What did you do? Just attack me? What is going on? What is happening? Why? I don't like. I didn't do anything.
All right, I'm back, guys. Sorry, my oldest daughter just showed up. She visiting with her grandparents and stuff. So, but we're gonna wrap this video up though before I get off here. She's gonna be in there for a minute.
I didn't do anything. I didn't do anything.
Yeah, Grandma Jewel, you want me to let her know you said hi and you love her? I'll let her know.
Eventually, Pennsylvania state troopers arrive on the scene. Court documents show Perpinov was, quote, transported to Lehigh Valley Hospital in Scoop.
They keep rolling up hard too, like she's like a serious situation. I'll tell her, Mom. I'll tell her. But they came in rolling hard like she was like a hardened criminal. And then I don't like it, guys. This
County, based
just case got me a little
mental
upset.
health commitment. She was admitted and held until she was released on August 25th. When investigators looked through Perpinov's texts, they, quote, were not able to identify any suicidal or homicidal threats or ideations. Officials later determined she had injuries and bruising to her forehead, torso, back, buttocks, forearm, knee, and lower leg. They say the injuries are consistent with Davis pinning her to the ground. 1 month after the incident, on September 21st, Davis appeared for a preliminary arraignment. After reviewing both the criminal complaint and video, a Dauphin County judge ruled he be held without bail. He's due back in court next month. Reporting for Long Crime.
Oh, we keep it up on this. I want to know what happens to this guy. Oh, I want to know what happens with this dude. All right, guys, let's go ahead and jump onto this last video I got pulled up. Okay. Trigger warning, right? Trigger warning. Not so much your emotions, like, oh, you're gonna be sad, but you're gonna be a little mad. For anybody that's been following the Maya case with me, the trial, right? We all just jumped into and started learning together about it, right? Our last live where we were listening to the testimonies and whatnot, I feel like we're all on the same page, right? I feel like we're all on the same page. I feel like we were all looking at this like on the side of the plaintiff at this point. And I mean, I could be wrong, but I feel like that's where we were all at with the Maya case, right? The Take Care of Maya case. I want you to listen to these ladies talk about this trial and what they think. It's crazy. I wanted to cover it because I was like, how? It just baffled me. I want to hear you guys' opinion on what they say about this trial. Let's get into it. Give me some words in chat. Let me know you guys are here.
Thanks for coming back to Law and Crime. If you're just joining us, I'm Terry Austin. For this segment, we head to Sarasota, Florida for a civil case against Johns Hopkins All Children's Hospital. The Kowalski family is suing the hospital for over $200 million in punitive and compensatory damages after they claim that the hospital staff wrongly
Thank you, guys. I see the ones. Thank you, guys.
Reported child abuse. Maya Kowalski was admitted to the hospital in 2016 upon experiencing a flare-up in her complex regional pain syndrome. In the past, the family used ketamine infusions to treat Maya's pain, but the hospital saw this high dosage request as a red flag. Now, during Maya's 3-month stay, she became custody of the state, and her mother, Beata, was no longer there and able to visit her. After 87 days of being physically separated from her daughter, Beata died by suicide. Now, plaintiff Jack Kowalski, he filed a suit against the hospital on behalf of his wife and his children. Now, when court was last in session, Maya's gifted program school teacher, Jackie Dietert, took the stand to testify on behalf of the plaintiffs. Now, Dietert visited Maya when Beata was not allowed to, and she continued to teach Maya to the best of her ability, both of which brought on certain hardships that she outlined in her direct examination. Let's take.
All right. Let me catch up on chat real quick. Let me see. What did you say, Tim? Did I get the email, Tennessee? No. Honestly, I didn't even check after the last live. I went and got some food, started getting messages for other, cases to cover, and I literally just set up the other live. I haven't checked yet. I will check that as soon as I get off. I'm sorry, man. I apologize. Appreciate you, Carson, for dropping that. Appreciate that. All right, let's continue, guys. Let's continue.
And over the 3 months that Maya was there, did you continue to provide updates to Beata, or did that become difficult?
Yeah, it became too difficult.
Can you explain a little bit to the jury?
Maya was just really desperate to see her. And I just think when I would talk about school and what we did, or if I took her to the craft room, or there was a fall festival one Saturday when I went up there. And I think I kind of knew Jack was seeing her. So Jack was able to give her the head, because she was really sad. She cried. She was desperate when I would then call and talk about me taking Maya to the fall festival. It was too much, and she so desperately wanted.
Carson, I'm not sure what's going on with that link, because I've had other people use it, and I don't know. I'm gonna have to redo some stuff. Discord's a headache. I'm gonna tell you guys right now. It's a headache. I know it's a necessary headache that I need to have, and I got to get it figured out. But I don't know why it's expired. It should be it shouldn't be expired. Discord is a headache. That's all I got to say about that.
To be the one to see Maya, that I bet I probably.
Yeah, that's why I have multiple ways for you guys to get a hold of me. I have the Instagram. You can get a hold of me there. You can get a hold of me at the email. I will get the Discord thing figured out. I will. I don't understand. It's I have people on there that have joined. I don't understand why that's expired. I don't understand.
Called her for the first 6 weeks, but I think the last month it just became too hard for me to. And we would do little summaries. I would give Maya a little summary of what she was doing for homework each week and what we were working on, and I would forward, I think, those to Beata. But yeah, that became too hard.
Too difficult to keep giving Beata updates.
Yes, because I was the one seeing her instead of her mom. So when Mrs. Shepler couldn't go, she went maybe 2 or 3 times, and then for some reason they weren't allowing her in there.
I feel better, ma'am.
Both of our positions.
Feel better.
I would try to go twice a week.
Twice a week.
Mm-hmm.
And were you aware as to whether or not Maya was receiving any other instruction, 5th grade teacher or anything like that?
So I don't know how long she'd been here at the time. She'd been there a month.
She'd been here 2 weeks or so at this point.
At this point, so it was at the beginning of October. So the few times that I'd gone up to that point, and at that point I think Mrs. Shepler had gone once or twice, we couldn't figure out if she had any kind of teacher allocated to her from the hospital or that county. And so I couldn't get anybody to give me that information. So the social worker that would escort me couldn't provide me any information on whether Maya was getting additional work to do. And so I had talked to the IT guy, Dave Chamberlain, Calamari, and he had worked out me bringing a computer up there and that we would Skype just like we had at school. And then when I got there with that computer, they said I couldn't leave it with her. So it was a laptop for her to be able to possibly Skype and do schoolwork with us. and then I had to take it home. I would bring my computer for us to do work with, but I couldn't leave her a laptop to Skype. And nobody ever, all that time they were there, nobody could ever tell me if there was ever anybody helping her.
I'll tell you what, this teacher keep breaking my damn heart. Broke my heart the first time we watched her. Oh, this lady. Love her, but she killing me.
So I have Marie Pereira still with me and Miguel Custodio. And I'm going to ask you, Marie, first, when you
prepare to be irritated. You've been warned.
Listen to the teacher. Does it give you any insight as to, you know, the state of mind of Beata, the mother, or, you know, any insight as to what was actually going on at the hospital while she was trying to teach Maya?
I think this testimony is very impactful because to me, it brings home the feeling that no one was really looking out for this child. She didn't have a fixed educator to come in to continue her education. No one knew what was going on. It seemed like this child was just in the wind, which made it even more painful for her mother to not get updates, to not be involved, not to be allowed to see her. First thing that comes to my mind, and I'm not a family law specialist, but where is the law guardian here? This child is supposed to be appointed a neutral party to look after her and report to the court. Who's making these decisions? And why is this child being disregarded like this?
Yeah, I mean, one of the things I'm thinking about, Miguel, is the fact that Beata wasn't allowed to see Maya. And I understand that there is some thought that perhaps that it's going to be detrimental to Maya, but what are your thoughts on the mother not being able to see her daughter during this period?
All right, you guys just heard that, right? You just heard her imply that, you know, her not seeing her mom would be, you know, bad for her. Like, I heard that right? I'm not tripping. Like, sometimes, okay, Law & Crime's great and all. Law & Crime's great. They have great coverage. Jesse Weber, I like that dude. That dude's awesome. But, yo, some of these other people on Law & Crime, I'm telling you right now, they miss by a freaking mile. Like, they're literally talking about the lamest part of the trial where the defense try to cope and totally avoid the fact that their care and they're taking this little girl into being a medical hostage. Like, they totally avoided the whole mother part of it. You know, and so is Law & Crime on this clip. It's ridiculous.
Yeah, you know, it just goes to show, I think, how the hospital was very, you know, it almost seems like they had a personal vendetta against Beata. You know, it just seemed that they were going out of their way to make it impossible for her to, you know, have any contact. I mean, it just seems that there's no justification as to why there wouldn't be some kind of arrangement like supervised visitation if there's a concern of abuse or if there's a concern of Beata maybe encouraging this condition as the hospital, you know, is alleging. But why wouldn't you have a supervised visitation, right? And so it really starts, you know, this testimony is really starting to make the hospital look like the bad guy here.
Yeah,
because they are the bad guy.
What goes into that overall decision? Well, on cross-examination, the hospital highlighted the learning category that Maya was in during her stay at the hospital and why it was so restrictive. Let's listen to what they had to say.
This is the highest level of disability in the school district, is that right?
Yes.
Meaning there's different levels of independence from a student being allowed to come into the class, and this one is so restrictive that the child's going to be determined that they're not leaving the house. Is that correct? Okay. And we saw your signature earlier. I don't need to show it, but you participated in this consultation decision?
Yes.
Okay. So let me ask you next about joint exhibit, which is in evidence 1073/76. Actually, let's do 75 first, please. The decision to homebound a student is based on a medical referral. Is that correct?
Yes, the homebound is.
Okay. If you'll scroll a little lower, please. some of the questions on this, for example, number 7, could the student attend school with accommodation? And thank you. It's blurry, but it says, could the student attend school with accommodations? Example, second set of books at home or use of a wheelchair. On Maya's form, that was checked no by her doctor. Is that right?
Yes, that's what this form says.
And then the next one below asks if there could be an accommodation. It says, could the student attend school regularly and receive homebound or hospitalization services on an intermittent basis? And that's also checked no.
I see that, yes.
Okay. And then the next question is the one I wanted to ask you about. Is the student, in this case Maya, confined to a home or hospital full-time, homebound or hospitalized? Are those services recommended? And that's what Maya was recommended for, is that right?
Correct.
Okay, so at least as of August 2016, before Maya went to All Children's, the school district, on a form that you helped complete and sign, were making the representation that Maya was going to be in the most restrictive learning element for this year, meaning she was too sick to even leave the home. True?
Objection. Legal basis, Ms. Stacey Evans. Overruled.
I'm sorry, can you ask that again?
Sure. According to the classifications.
So what I'm getting at here is, like, Law and Crime really thought that this was a win for the defense, that this whole sequence of cross-examination, they're literally covering it like it's a win. They literally brushed over the mom, the hospital keeping the mom from her child. You know, they brushed over that in the beginning, but now they're getting into this, like, detailed into this aspect of it. And it's like they're literally covering it like it's a win for the defense. Like, it's this teacher's fault that she didn't get as much schooling attention, when that's not even the primary factor of this whole situation. The primary factor is the treatment and care that little girl was given, and the fact that she became a medical fucking hostage because her mom was profiled. So I'm just like, why did you even pull this clip up? Why did Law and Crime even cover this way? It's so damn irritating.
For the Sarasota County classifications for homebound, based on the forms that you participated in and based on the medical review, as of August 2016, the school board determined, based on the medical information, that Maya was unable to leave the home at all to come to school and participate. Is that true?
Yes, that's what this form says.
All right, Marie, this is going straight to you because we were talking about it a little bit during the break.
I mean, come on. We had to cover this. I had to add this to everything we're covering today because it's, you know, we're not going to see the trial till tomorrow, right? There was no court today. So when I saw this pop up, I was like, what are they talking about? How are they covering it? How are they seeing it? And I started listening to it and I was like, oh, we're covering this. We got to cover this. This is how quick too people can be misdirected in a trial. Like, if you don't really know what's going on and you come across this and you listen to these people, it's going to mess with your whole idea of what's going on.
I mean, do you think that this was a good cross-examination by the hospital? And were they able to establish at least a little bit why education wasn't at the forefront for Maya because of her disability?
I think this was an excellent cross-examination because she is not the type of witness that you have to handle with kid gloves like that child witness, her brother. She's a teacher. She had a hand in filling out the form that categorized Maya as homebound, hospital bound, and this had nothing to do with the hospital. So you're here on the stand saying that it was the hospital's fault, all of this alienation, isolation.
Because, oh my Lord, because the hospital was restricting what could even be done that was, oh, I don't like this. This part just pisses me off.
But you had a hand in filling out the form. So extracting that testimony from her really watered down all that empathy she garnered on direct.
What are you talking about? Are you serious? Oh my Lord. Was she watching the same trial I was watching?
That's a great point. And Miguel, do you agree with that? I mean, I definitely think that The questioning that the hospital did, the attorneys for the hospital, was excellent, pointing out not only was it not the hospital who made this determination, but the witness herself was signing this particular form.
Absolutely, and I find it a little disingenuous by the teacher, the witness, how she is answering, yes, that's what the form says. Well, you had a hand in that. Your writing is on that, right? So,
dude, so they're blaming her for the restrictions on the education. Like, this is so, these people are so stupid. I hate these people.
I thought it was a really good cross-examination. Obviously, the goal of cross is to poke holes.
Who paid these? Did Johns Hopkins pay these people to go up here and say this stuff? Check PayPal. Okay, one second. I'll let this play while I'm checking it.
Into the testimony that has been garnered in direct, and I thought this was a good demonstration of that.
Yeah, I thought it was excellent cross-examination. Well, we're going to take a quick break. Come back with us because we're going to...
Oh, we're not coming back with you guys. That's the only part I wanted to cover real quick. Was I wanted to show like an example of one of the bigger guys, law and crime, covering a portion of this trial with their talking heads and their opinions of it. And it was like, I just don't agree with it. It's so irritating. But that's how quick you could get people like, want to jump in and find information. They get this information and all of a sudden they have an idea of the trial being one way when it really isn't. If that makes sense at all. But let me check real quick. Oh, man. Big shout out to... I didn't get a message. All right. BM, I'm assuming that's you. Thank you so much. BM donated to the channel. I appreciate you so much. You didn't have to do that. At first, I seen the name, and then I was like, BM, I got you. I like that. I see what you did there, BM. But I appreciate it. Thank you so much. All right, guys, that's all I got for us. Those are all the clips I had for us. Yeah, little news update for the day. BM, I seriously appreciate you so much. Thank you so much. You guys are the best, man. I'm gonna get all emotional again. I gotta get my emotions in check on this thing. I'll be getting either too upset, too angry, all in my feels. It's your guys' fault, though. It's all your guys' fault. I'm blaming it on you. But that's it, guys. That is it for today's news updates, current event updates. I think we're going to try to get those in. I'll cover like a specific case on one live. And I think if I come back a second live, that's what we'll start doing. We'll just cover current events, keep it light. You know what I mean? We can interject other things as well. But that's it. That's all I got for you guys. Let's go ahead and wrap it up. I'm sure some of my my other true crime content creator friends are probably going to have some lives going. Seeing all the love in chat, I appreciate you guys so much. But let me wrap it up and get you guys out of here. Appreciate you guys being here. Smash that like, smash the share. If you're new here, Replay Gang, smash the subscribe. You won't regret it. With that being said, guys, it's your boy, the real Piscine Predator, aka TPP, baby. Till next video, I'm out, y'all. Much love. Peace.